if a man is in a position where his mother is basically the centre of his world and he does what he can to be there for her, and he ends up neglecting most of his needs and his own life is heavily neglected, and this is what is normal, it is likely to mean that he will need someone else to shine the light on what is going on, because he is not consciously going to look for a way to change his life, because he doesn't realise that what he is doing is out of alignment with who he is likely to be completely out of touch with who he is. But even if this was to happen, it is still most likely going to be coming from him, because deep down there will be a part of him that does want to live his own life. And so this part can end up manifesting a situation that will allow him to consciously see that he is living in the wrong way. And so he can end up getting into a relationship, and his partner can end up telling him that he is basically out of alignment with himself, and that he is too focused on his mother's needs, and that he needs to start focusing on his own. She could also say that she feels neglected because he spends so much time doing things for his mother, and it could take a little while for him to accept that this is the case. There can be a lot of resistance and blaming, and even accuse his partner of being selfish and having something against his mother. So it can take a bit of time, but after a while he can start to see what is going on. And so just as he is about to pull himself out of the hole that he is in, he can end up being pushed back down again. And the reason for this is that his mother can end up becoming ill. And so at this point he can feel extremely responsible for his mother, because he will have been brought up, conditioned to be responsible for her very early on. And so now that she is ill, if he was to just think about, let alone actually live his own life, he could feel guilty and ashamed and experience a fair amount of anxiety and fear. And so he will feel compelled to be there for his mother. It doesn't matter that he won't be a doctor or anything like that, because he will feel as though it is up to him to be there for her even more, and perhaps to even fix her, to rescue her. And there is even the chance that his mother will have unconsciously manifested this illness to keep him around. Perhaps she would have sensed that he was pulling away, and in order to keep him there, unconsciously she will have manifested an illness. And the reason why he will feel responsible for her is because very early on she will have used him to meet some of her adult and unmet childhood needs, and so he will have been more like a parent than a son. And through being there for her, his own development would have been affected, and so he will look like a man, but deep down he will feel like an undeveloped child. And so if a man is in this position, he will need to keep in mind that he is not here to save his mother, to rescue her. He is not even responsible for her, and he is on this planet to live his own life. And what can also help for him to see clearly, as he could imagine that if he had children, this is assuming that he doesn't, would you want his children or his child to be responsible for him? And most likely he will see that he wouldn't want this. And so just because his mother has all of a sudden become unwell, it doesn't change the fact that he is not here to be solely focused on her life. He is here to live his own life. And of course there will be things he can do, but there will be lots of things that he can't do. And so if you're a man and you are in this position, all of a sudden your mother has become ill just as you were about to change your life, or just as you were changing your life, then you may need to reach out for external support so that you can start to work through what has come up and to process your early wounds, and so you can fully step into your power and to live your own life, because you're not here to take care of your mother.